bird-eating piece of slime, you scum-sucking pig, you son of a motherless goat.
The Escape Pod.
Well, third time's a charm. Welcome to Turnstile Records presents The Escape Pod. I'm Jezbot.
I'm Timmy Taco.
And I'm danoz.
Ha-ha.
Ha-ha.
Ah! I'm coming to take you away.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ,
we're back. I'm not going to
Tim.
put that beer down.
Do not put the beer down on the desk again.
2 spillages in a row.
Yep. Amazing.
Almost destroyed your first vinyl that you were ever on, and then destroyed your
Studio.
Mac. Yeah.
that I'm always on.
Yep.
So, Danoz, what's been going on in the last 4 weeks? Haven't seen you in here.
Yes, been a really long time, actually.
Queensland.
Queensland, would you believe?
I would believe
I
that.
would, yeah, because I heard about it twice.
Northern New South Wales. Yeah, so I took the fan bam up to visit my brother in sunny Byron, which was overcast a lot of the time.
He's a brewer,
Does
yeah?
it
He
look
is
the
a brewer.
same as when we all went up there?
It does. I drove past the Aquarius backpackers and thought, God, that was a good holiday.
Good times. Good
Still
times.
Yeah.
Remember, I don't want to edit this episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, you did Byron, and then...
Headed up to the Goldie to stay in a very, very flash hotel on the shorefront, and it's great.
Excellent.
But I still can't believe it. The entire time I was away, not one beer in a bar.
But beer?
Beer, yes.
Yeah, because your
Yeah.
brother's in that beer.
Yeah.
So did you taste any of his brew?
I did actually.
What's he doing?
He makes very,
What's he
very
charging a bottle?
good beer. It comes at a premium. Yeah.
Okay. Do he
Unless-
charge you for it?
No, he had a very well-stocked beer fridge, and he did, at one stage early on during the stay, say that I could have an open slather of his beer fridge. So I
It went to town on it?
You didn't make it to the bar. That's what happened.
no. Well, he's got a little one that's just turned 1, and we've got our whippersnappers, and they're basically like fucking balls and chains, handcuffs.
Yeah.
They prevent you from
keep
any
you-
kind of fun after dark.
Yeah.
So, but it was still good. Still good. Yeah.
Now, you guys I remember back in the day, you and your bro wanted to brew your own beer, but he's kind of moved up in the world and has a bit of
Yeah.
class about him now.
Are
What
you
was,
allowed
what was
to,
the name? What was the name of the beer that you were gonna brew? You and your bro.
I think at one early stage we had come up with the name Good Head, which I thought was a winner, but after doing a little bit of market research on the name, it was determined that it would pretty much ostracise about 50% of the world's
that's-
population.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we thought,
You can't sell an
Yeah.
And then,
$18.
Maybe-
then he took the recipe, ditched the name, and
Yep.
then got big out of it, and you've got no stake in it, right?
Yeah, we'll see. My short, brief history with brewing sort of ended when I realised that cleaning fucking bottles before bottling your homebrew is tedious and boring and quite a job, especially if you don't clean the bottles immediately after finishing your previous homebrew, because it gets all
Yeasty.
that little skank in the bottom.
It gets
And-
yeasty. Does it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And then
You know that smell, Tim, sometimes?
No, I'll
No,
come
no,
round to your
no,
place.
no.
I'll
Yeah.
identify it there.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, it tends to linger around the box of tissues.
I said I don't want to edit this episode.
Yeah.
We're going to help ourselves. That's great news.
That's the Queensland really must go.
Yeah.
Did you?
So
You
it
did,
was-
yeah, I wish you did. It really must go.
Oh,
Or was it
well,
not that kind of a?
Look, what adventures! Went out to see lots of waterfalls and rainforests, and
Yeah, cool.
I went to the Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary. You really must go. Lots of dingoes and emus and kangaroos. A big salty, about 4.5 metre salty.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. He was actually relocated from far north Queensland after eating a farmer's prized Brahman bull valued at about $15,000.
He's given the vintage on the
On the beef.
the saltwater croc.
Yeah, impressive animal.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah. So he put on a bit of a show for us. And then
By sitting there, or
Yeah.
no, he did a little bit of a leap out of the water to eat his
Good on
chicken.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks, mate. Yeah, made it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
And then we went round to the cafeteria, and fucking real novice mistake. You always bring a packed lunch to a place like a zoo because you don't
Yeah.
want to be butt reamed.
Yeah.
I spent
That's so
No.
true.
no shit. I spent $37 or something on
Icy poles.
two sausage rolls and a meat pie and maybe a bottle of drink or something.
Yeah.
How does that even? how do they-
$37.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, zoos are a lot like airport prices, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's the tourist trap, you see, Tim.
the touristy places. So
Yeah.
if we go on to the big wheel,
The sky,
the
eye in the
Ferris
sky,
wheel,
yeah.
eye in the sky.
The aquarium.
Have you
You
done
got
that?
your
The Melbourne Star?
Nah.
Why would you?
Well, I don't know.
I reckon if you just go on the
I
Maybe
don't
on
think
the
I've got
cool.
time to
on
sit
the
in
Balti-
a hot little.
You don't have to go in summer.
Okay.
You could go on a.
Do they
a-
shut it down?
go on a cloudy, rainy
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Yeah, that's
can't
much
see
better.
anything. Good point.
I reckon if you just go on the Balti Bridge, you're kind of at that level anyway.
It is a strange location because if you look
You
one
can't
way,
see-
you can look back up at a couple of buildings and over sort of the Costco roof. But if you look back the other way,
There's nothing.
you're looking at container yards and,
Yeah.
and
freeways.
the
It's
docks.
terrible.
Yeah. So
It's the worst.
Yeah, and we can't
what's
see
the
it
point
from
of
this
that?
side. We
At
can't
least
see it
the
from this
London
side.
Eye looks down over bloody Big Ben and Parliament. We've got shipping
Is it just
containers.
to improve the view from the people over that way? So when they look in the city looks a little bit more spectacular. You know?
I thought we had a really nice looking city.
I came back to Melbourne and thought, wow, we've got a beautiful looking city.
I always think that when I come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
It's good. It's
Yeah,
the place to be.
it is.
What is it at the moment? What's the slogan?
Garden.
The gun.
sustain-
On the number plates.
Education state.
Place to grow. Place to grow, or
Speaking of number plates, did you hear the announcement today about the exciting new 6 airport train station names?
Ah.
Shortlisted was Dusty Martin, a Richmond footballer after the recent premiership. Station McStation Face was also shortlisted, and they announced the winners of the naming competition today. The station out the front of the State Library is going to be called State Library.
excellent.
Makes sense.
The
Makes sense.
the station out the front of the town hall is going to be
Wait a minute,
called
let me guess. Swanston Street.
Town hall.
Oh.
Town Hall.
Yeah.
The the station in North Melbourne is going to be called
Richmond Station.
North Melbourne.
Melbourne. Yep.
Right, I
And-
get it now. I get it
and-
now.
What is
No,
it?
no, there's-
The kangaroos, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little tweak there because the existing North Melbourne station is going to be renamed West Melbourne Station.
Okay. So
But
West-
there
well,
is-
they should
this-
call it West North
There is-
Melbourne Station.
There is one deviation from plain Jane. The Domain Station, which is right next to the shrine, will be called Anzac Station.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are these
Not,
new stations?
These are new stations.
Right.
Yeah.
So they can build new rail lines.
Yeah.
When did they start digging this out?
Earlier this year, I believe.
So they can do it very quickly, it seems.
Yeah.
No. This won't be finished for many
Eons.
years.
So they needed an announcement. And so they came, well, what are we going to say about get some names out there at least?
Yep. So they had this really expensive naming competition, and then came up with things like
Station McStation Face.
Which is a direct Bodie McBoat face.
Okay.
Yep. The recent ferry that just got commissioned in Sydney was called Ferry McFerryface.
So it's getting some
I'm
traction.
feeling like it's the same kind of people.
Something happened in London, I think, where they had a public
Yeah.
competition for the naming of something, and
There's a new-
it got like Station McStation Face or something. And
It
it's
reminds
caught
me of
on.
the census when we all became Jedis that year.
Yeah.
When you had to tick your religion.
Yeah,
Or
they-
not say your religion.
The Bodie McBoat face is the because it did win clearly outright majority, and they just said, well, we can't calling you Queen Mary.
Did they renege?
Battleship. No, they made the submarine or the small lifeboat boat in the boat phase.
Yeah, good
Okay.
on them. Good on them.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Now, I just went shopping at Aldi's, and you can say Aldi's. That's all right. It's not a high brow
It's not.
shopping centre.
you don't need it.
And I went to
Is this at Chatty?
Waverley Park, so it's not even a highbrow kind of area.
Where
Malvern
the,
area.
where the fuck is even Waverley
Malvern,
Park?
Mulgrave.
What, where the football stadium used to be?
Like
Why not?
Brandon Park.
No, that's Brandon Park.
Where's
Waverley
Waverley
Park,
Park?
is Jackson's Road.
Okay.
exit.
And
For
look,
those that
if
live
you're
in the area.
confused about where it is, imagine our international listeners.
Yeah, imagine how much they give a shit. So I'm in there, right? And I'm like, I say to Vanessa, check this out. Check this chick out down here. She was quite a simply dressed, bogan-looking chick, scarfing down spaghetti. Right? Takeaway spaghetti.
Takeaway spaghetti.
So there's a food court just outside of Aldi's.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like home-bought
Spag.
spag bowl.
Okay.
Right? Not spag bowl. It had
Just-
a bit of
Was it-
red, bit of green.
Was it a noodle, Tim? Or was
Might
it
have been a rice noodle, but she was scarfing it.
Hoofing it. Was she?
She was with Mum, right?
And
Okay.
Shopping,
age?
and I don't know. She was let's just say
Fat.
17 and preggers.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. She's showing it. I'm pretty sure she was preggers.
Yeah, but we've come across instances in our past where
That is not the case.
yeah.
Don't say anything in those instances.
No,
by the way,
don't,
for the,
don't.
just some
Err on the
advice.
side of caution.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, on the side of... Yeah, I think I said air on the side
Air?
of caution last time.
Okay.
What do you think?
Spell
What do you
it
think
for
it
me.
is?
I think it's I think it's
yeah.
Spell it for me.
E-double-R.
Yeah.
Okay. From the Latin.
Ye olde times.
From the Latin word meaning as
Meaning
to
Sorry,
To the
not to
side.
get away from the Aldi story. I just needed to set that
But
straight.
I'm just like,
yeah.
okay, so the food court's outside. Sit down for 5 minutes. Don't go
You-
into Aldi's.
No.
Shop.
You're gonna get indigestion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't shop with one hand. And she wasn't shopping. She was just following Mum around with the thing, right? Yeah, get this,
Scoffing.
get that, get this, get that. You know,
Mhm.
she was, every 5 minutes, and then I'm
I call it that grazing. You know, you're just walking around and you're eating the whole day. Grazing.
But I did point out to Vanessa, check this out, right? So we go around the store and whatever. We end up at the counter at the same time. Slopity slope slope.
Still going.
Still going. Right.
I can't handle the slurp.
I don't like standing spaghetti in
A.
in a
B.
supermarket
In a supermarket.
in a cheap ass supermarket in
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
bogany area. She's a pregnant bogan chick, right? It's the whole package.
Let's not alienate any of our listeners by.
Oh, we're
calling-
describing. We want to see, if you are this person,
Keep listening.
Give
Lisa.
up.
Oh.
Didn't
Abort.
Didn't Adsy Nucle's fiance describe the crowd as cramburn?
yes,
did, yeah.
one word. Yeah, exactly.
That's
This
what
is,
I'm saying. I don't want to go down that road.
Why not? So we get to the counter at the same time, and we're leaving, and this sometimes when we get swearing on the radio, I go, oh, there's a word in there,
Oh,
and I
sure.
explain to my kids that
What am I
I
about
don't
to
actually. I don't say the word fuck, but if it's in the song, I say, look, sometimes it's appropriate. It's sometimes appropriate in music.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lyric, and people throw it around, but
Yeah, because
Well,
when
fuck is a very versatile word.
It
It can be a
is.
verb, a noun, a pronoun, an adjective, an adverb, and pretty much anything else you want it to be, including a full sentence. Fuck the fucking fuckers.
for example,
yeah,
so
so
we
what-
get to the
what-
counter, and
yeah.
and then there's eavesdropping going in because I can't resist. I'm like, Vanessa's saying, stop looking at it.
I was going to ask this very question now because I think our three wives probably think the same thing about us. You judgmental pricks. Just settle down. She's just eating some spaghetti. That's the wives. But I'm totally in your camp, Tim.
Yep.
Don't be standing next to the cold cut slurping stand, doing a slurping stand.
Slurping stand.
Yeah. Eating the spaghetti slurps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we get to the counter and we overhear and they start to get into a bit of an argument. Mum, who's an absolute fucking pushover. Do you know what I mean? She's looking after her daughter. She's taken her daughter in. I'm assuming this here.
Yeah,
she's taken her daughter in.
There's a whole backstory.
I wrote the whole backstory. She took her daughter in because the bloke's left. He's bailed, right? He's left her without a car, right? And without a place to live and with the baby on board, right? So Mum's taken her in. She's taken her shopping. She's going to load up on stuff
Carbs.
for a pregnant daughter.
Yeah. Rice Krispies.
You got your
Fruit Lips.
You got your
Cocoa Pops.
chip and dips. You got your choco docs. You got your dippets. You got your,
Wheat box.
yeah, wheat bricks we call them.
Yeah.
Cocoa Paps. And she starts saying to her mum, and this is why I allowed the swearing thing. Like I said to Audrey, listen in, right? Listen.
As to
We're about to get to an important
That's
life
what I
lesson
thought,
here.
yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
I want you to. I want you to hear this. Listen in.
to know that your behaviour is so far superior to most of the world's.
Not even. Just listen. You don't know why you're listening yet, but you'll hear.
Yeah.
And she's going. She dropped the F-bomb 87 times. Hey, fucking this, fucking that, fucking, right? To her mum, and says something along the lines of, well, if you didn't buy that $3,000 TV, maybe I would have had my car repaired and I would have had rent. Right?
Yes.
Fucking this and fucking that.
Who bought the TV? The mum or
The mum must have bought a TV for herself to tie up her spare money so that Cheryl Ann wouldn't take it
Yeah.
once she moved in.
Yeah.
Like, when she fully got rid of her, she got pregnant.
And
Well, they do say that the big ass TV is like it's like almost revered in bogan circles, and everyone must have a big TV, even if they don't have anything to sit on or food
Or
in
watch.
the cupboard. Yeah, they must have a bogan sized TV.
Well, this is what was going on here, and
And I want
Cheryl
one
Ann
too.
wasn't in with. So then we got out of the shop, and I'm like, "You heard that right, Audrey? Ever talk to your mother like that? You're dead." And if you ever fall in love with the male equivalent of that woman, you're out. Don't come home.
I think that's fair
That's
enough.
what I think it's a good life lesson.
That's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
Because you've got
Amazing.
daughters as well, Tim. Dan is
Yes,
your name.
yes.
Do you think you'll take the same sort of tact with
I'm going full hardline.
What about tattoos?
No, fuck no.
Okay, hardline.
Hardline.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need a jail door closing like
yeah.
NCIS.
And
so
then a shot.
so we'll run them off. Tattoos.
Ba-boom.
What have we got? We got
motorcycles.
Facial piercings.
okay. You put up the bond. Would you put up the bond for moving out if she was living with some douchebag you didn't like?
Would I put up the bond? Probably.
But
I'm saying,
I think
Yeah.
he's a respectable boyfriend. They've been seeing each other.
oh, he's a douchebag.
Oh, he's a douchebag. No bond.
No, but it depends where in the future we're having this conversation. If
17.
I want my annoying 35-year-old daughter to move out,
Yeah.
of course I'm going to pay the bond.
Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, you actually reaching into your pocket to pull money out.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Here's a
Yeah.
deposit for a house.
I love you, Dad. Can I have a car? Sure. No, I reckon 23, She's about 23. She's living with the douchebag.
Okay.
You see her going down a bad path. You really don't want her to move out. She wants to move in with this dude.
Yep.
The only thing holding her back is the bond.
Yep.
Do you give it to her?
At 23, she probably wouldn't be finished her PhD in engineering.
Right.
So I would probably be assassinating the guy and commanding that she refocus.
Yeah, because
She met him at uni. He's the hacky sack dude.
Okay, hacky sack dude who's studying astrophysics, or hacky sack dude who's doing
Arts degree?
an arts degree.
And don't forget, Dan, you've invested a lot of money into this
Arts degree.
That's
Business.
right.
Yeah.
That's $100,000
Yep.
right there at your leading university.
Yep.
Mm.
Just on arts degrees, I actually just had my accountant tell me last tax period that I no longer have a HEX debt,
Oh wow!
which is a load off my shoulders.
Congratulations.
How long did you go to uni for?
A long time.
Give a number for the listeners.
Years,
Well, there
not
was
in a row, but
No.
all years.
Cumulative.
maybe 8?
Okay,
7?
that's
Seven?
not too bad. It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
7?
I was thinking around the 12 ish.
That's a serial
That's our brother.
studier.
7 or 8?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
too many.
Well, that's not bad. All right, so then I get out of Aldi's.
Mm.
I go down to the car park. I'm struggling with the trolley. You know what trolleys are like, guys. With the rickety wheel on the
Mm-hmm.
going this way, that way. Anyway, I managed to get it all unloaded, and it's in the car. Vanessa, you drive. I'm just going to go over to the lazy bays just over there, dump off the trolley, meet you back here. So I walk over, and I get about halfway, and an old bloke's coming the opposite direction.
Okay.
And we make definite eye contact, right?
Mm.
And he approaches me like the eye contact was so that I could say something to him.
He
And
thought,
I'm thinking he's coming over to me because he's saying, are you putting that trolley back? Can I just sling you
$1.
the coin,
Mm.
which I don't use a coin anymore. I've got a special little plastic thing that Cass got me that unlocks it's like a key thing. Right, so I'm thinking I
You
can
can get
give
them
up.
online for about $1, and it
It's
just
totally worth it, 100%. I've used it a million times.
Cool.
So I'm thinking I can just, I actually want to just, like, when I've finished my shopping, I would love to just go
There you go.
just push the trolley in any which way but loose. I don't care if it
Yeah.
goes. I'd like to just dump it, but
because
I
you
do
don't
the
have
right
$1
thing.
in there.
Well, yeah, because you don't. But I do the right thing. I take it back.
Yeah.
So he's approaching me. I'm going to run into him. And then he kind of comes up to me. And I went, no, here you go, man. Just take this. So he took it and then turned around and walked towards the trolley bay and then put the trolley away for me. And fully didn't take a trolley. He just went, yep, okay, no worries. And then took it. It was like, I was only halfway there. So he was coming the other direction. So it's like I approached
I think he
him.
was intimidated
It's like
by
I
you, Tim.
approached him only to say, you take
put
it
my
from here.
fucking trolley away, you dirtbag.
Yeah, you take it from here.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah, and there's no
That's awesome.
there's no dollar kicker because I've got a little dollar.
He didn't get the dollar.
Yeah,
Maybe he wanted to.
maybe he's
Maybe he was gonna ask me.
He's supplementing his bloody pension by putting people's
Trolleys
trolleys back,
back.
and you've gone and
And
give him the
plastic
ultimate
keyed
the ultimate diss.
Now, did you wear shoes? Was there thongs? Thongs
Yeah,
to
okay.
the Aldi's. Okay, because last night we were talking to Ads about this.
I did wear thongs because we're going.
There's footwear.
Well,
Because Ads will go into shops down, as we found out, with no shoes on.
I would happily do that too.
Oh my God, there's
Okay.
another one here.
yeah, there's another one. I think if you're going to go out to public, especially tiled public places, you're obliged to wear footwear of
Why?
some description. Because, mate, we live in a society.
People are spitting.
I would
People
assume that there's more shit caught up underneath someone's runners than there are like my toe jam stays between my toes. So I'm not distributing it.
Okay.
Some would say it's jammed in there.
Yep. And it might be different with carpet because carpet you can leave a nice residue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The tiles are getting
I was an
cleaned a bit
accident. It was an accidental.
But walking on
flip-flop
a shop floor in bare feet is not like licking it.
No, I know, but it's just like
But then all that stank goes back into your car. Then that car goes into your
I don't know.
house,
It's
and
just
then
kind of
You're wearing
gross. I don't know.
shoes to the
take the
same
shoes off as I get to the door, man.
thing? Do you?
Nah.
Nah.
True.
No.
True that.
No.
It's just that. No,
I've got a
it's just-
vacuum cleaner. I've got a mop.
I think every year you're faced with a certain summer vibe. Shorts, no shorts.
Sure.
Thongs, no thongs.
You've gone the shorts.
Social,
Yeah, I know.
I'm proud
social
of you.
acceptance.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's got grey legs. Look at his legs compared to his arms.
so
Put your arm
thin.
up against that. It's like the black and white cookie.
Well,
No.
look, these legs have not seen the light of day since last summer.
No, I'm proud
True.
of I'm proud of you.
Now, Dad, I'd like to ask you a question from
Sure.
the last episode.
Sure.
Can I have your bike yet?
Well, you know how you said, I bet you're not riding it anymore?
Yeah.
Haven't ridden it once this week.
You
So
haven't
it was
met
about
up with the boys?
No.
no lycra.
Talk
No,
about
there's no one getting me into Lycra yet. They do make a compelling case though. Each and every time it gets brought up, oh, you just don't
so-
understand.
Feels
The-
so good on your ass and balls.
The dudes with the lycra are the same kind of guys with the flat Earth. They make a good argument on
They
the
do
YouTube
make a good
videos,
argument,
but
yeah.
it's not real.
No. No.
Yeah, nah. So my exercise regime is tapered a little bit, but I'll get back into it.
Okay.
How many
Oh, okay.
rides did you go on?
Oh, many.
Yeah,
I
good,
was flogging it. I was quite proud of myself. I doubled my distance, halved my times. All of these
Quartered your
all of these important things.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Discovered that it's actually a great way to increase your podcast
Listening time?
absorption.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you can squeeze in a full podcast, come back, go, that was funny. Yes, I'm quite sweaty. I might have a shower now.
I've learned something.
Yeah.
I've
Yep.
lost a
Now I've
bit.
got to work my way through getting this lycra off my sweaty body.
Yeah. The strip down.
Well, it's a good spot here, as usual, halfway mark, to insert a lovely ad. I don't know if we've played this ad before, so
Let's find out.
Enjoy.
He looks fantastic in that slimline suit. Oh, he's coming my way. Hello, I like your suit.
Oh, you fancy a jolly good time?
Pardon?
The brand of suit I'm wearing. Jolly good time suit.
Why does it smell like pig's urine?
Well, that's the genius of it, my lady love. Jolly good time suits are dipped in large batches of pig's urine to attract the opposite sex. It's scientifically delicious.
Well, you got my attention, and if you like, my phone number.
Jolly good time suits now available in stores.
That was
It was an off the cuff.
a weird one.
It was an off the cuff. It was on the cutting board floor.
Mm.
Cutting board floor?
No.
Editing room.
Yeah.
Editing suite.
Yeah. Cutting room floor.
Yeah, I reckon cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an old expression.
Yeah, I think so.
So today we're at work, just for a couple of hours because it was too damn hot. Is everyone sorted?
I wish I could pull the it's too hot, I'm going home fucking
Yeah,
trick.
it would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've lost one ear.
That's okay. Go
It's
with one. hour.
odd.
Go with one.
Okay.
Is Van going it over here?
Yeah.
Yes. So, no, it's not an interest. It's an interesting story, not a funny story. But I'll tell you anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead.
Please do.
Sorry, I didn't realise you were waiting for a prompt.
Yeah. So this property, they're just building a new house, and down the fence line seems to be very wet all the time.
Okay.
And so I sort of noticed that it was pooling up in one area. It's obviously been going on for years.
Mm-hmm.
So put the shovel in, had a scratch around, and sure enough, the water started welling up. Not under pressure, or under pressure-ish, like
Yeah,
there's
Okay.
enough
it was,
of it
it was
coming,
coming up.
but it wasn't splurting up.
Okay.
No, it was like the clay was blocking the flow, and
And-
it looked like it had been
Yeah, so I
at it
unplugged
for a while.
Were you at the bottom of a hill?
flat ground
Yeah, it's flat ground.
So it's obviously a pipe is leaking somewhere.
somewhere. Not
somewhere.
on their property, but probably on the other people, the neighbours'
And
property.
it looks like it's been going for a while because the house they put a lot of drains around the house. So I reckon they've tested the soil and gone.
Jeez, this
It's
place
very
is wet.
very moist, but it
Yeah.
could have been because of this thing hidden leaking for years and years.
And it took me about 10 minutes to find it.
Or
so-
maybe there's an aquifer.
Microphone, Jeremy.
Oh, sorry. Very
Novice.
loud
No,
Novice.
how many fucking podcasts have we done?
Yeah,
Not enough.
So then what happened?
Well, so it started filling up with water, and then I've gone in there to sort of with my hand and had a scratch around, and there was a hole, like a 2-finger hole,
Okay.
and
I know the kind.
I've stuck them down.
It's a very interesting gesture you're doing there.
I
Yeah, it
just-
is.
Yeah, so I put 2 in there, right? And then, and it's a perfectly round hole, and I thought that's really weird. Anyway, so Camo comes up and he's having a scratch around, and he pulls out of the water like this pool of water.
But it formed.
Yeah, like it sort of looked like a
Juicy turd.
cricket. No, like a cricket that's been underground, or like.
Like a witchetty grub.
Yeah. Tim, stop doing that,
You stop
man.
moving your head.
And is that better?
Yeah, that's
I
good.
know,
It's a bit
that's
loud
right.
That's good.
now.
That's good.
And what did he?
Well, I thought it was a cricket, and he goes, "No, it's not a cricket, man. Have a look at it. It's got claws. It's like a crawfish, a crayfish, like a little,
It's like a little
Okay.
yabby.
like a yabby the size of my half of my pinky finger.
But
Okay.
we're like a couple of meters away from Canterbury Road,
Okay.
There's no
so it's like a residential area.
But there is some kind of perhaps natural watercourse that actually does go through there.
Okay, that's possible. Because
Maybe.
how else would it get
Yeah.
through?
how's this yabby got into the dirt?
Well, yabbies only go where water persists. So if it's wet there all the time, it's a good habitat for a yabby.
What's he eating over there in the mud? And
Water.
because I've like totally exposed his hole, so
He's dead.
living that dark life.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard
Never
of backyard
seen it.
yabbies. But if you say natural spring, that would make us.
If it's a
So-
natural spring, that's amazing, and I would be incorporating it into my garden and getting free water for the rest of my life.
Free
Yep.
water.
Yep. Or a cracked drain pipe that
From the
pulls-
70s.
that pulls somewhere that because you're on clay instead of sand, residual moisture is persisting.
So that's 8 years in uni.
Ask Dr. Nerdballs over here.
So anyway,
But
that was
very
it was strange.
It was backyard yabbies.
I've
Okay.
seen lizards. I've seen all manner of creepies and crawlies. I've never seen a yabby or a
I've
Crayfish.
got.
Okay.
I know this comes up so often when you're in the show, but can we hit it with a little bit of north?
east,
West.
south.
It's the
news.
news.
Mystery of Yeti remains. Sorry, found in Himalayas, solved thanks to DNA analysis. So they've
Okay.
finally tested some of those Himalayan
Yeti
stool
bones.
samples and things that they've found up there, mostly bones.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they were overrun with the Yeti bones.
Well, the Yeti that's the abdominal snowman. The guy
Yeah.
with the really good abs.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The mysteries remain. It still remains a mystery anyway. But 8 specimens, including bones, teeth, skin, hair, fecal samples, were found to come from bears, and one belonged to a dog.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So all the remnants collected from the Himalayas
Was
were
bullshit.
claimed to be evidence for existence of the abdominal snow.
Abominable.
Yeah. Abdominal snowman. DNA test proved they were nothing to do with the hairy human-like creatures living in remote regions in Nepal and Tibet. So, I mean, I could go on, but it's basically saying fake.
The search continues.
The search continues. Sorry.
So I thought the end of this story was going to be, and we found out there's Yetis.
Yep.
No, it just turns out that the creative consciousness of People who love a good mystery.
You know what that reminds me of?
Mm.
Many years ago, it was during the early years of Foxtel. There was a big special on National Geographic Channel where it was being beamed live around the world because these Egyptian archaeologists had discovered that there was potentially another secret room inside the
Jackson. Michael
inside
Jackson premises. Oh,
inside the
Secret
pyramids. So they did this big build-up about how they were doing their analysis. Blah 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 blah. Went for like an hour and a half. Finally, it gets to go time.
The big reveal.
We're gonna do the big reveal, and they send a little probe camera through this crack in the wall, and the light goes on, and it turns to the archaeologist, and he goes, "It's another space."
yeah, you're right. And that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
That's it. So
They don't want you to know what's
they
in there.
don't want you to know.
Ooh.
No, but beyond that, there could have been another chamber or.
Well,
like,
that's
we
what
don't
I.
even know what the chambers are
That's
for.
the way they were building it up. They were building it up as in this is the
We've got
next
it. This is it.
Tutankhamun
We've found it.
archaeological find, and it's going to be gold and scarab beetles and a mummy that comes back alive and tries to kill you. And
Here's a little bit of a tidbit bit of information. They've
Okay.
never ever found any organic matter or mummies or anything tomb-like to suggest that that the pyramids were ever used for burial. They've never found any organic matter in a pyramid. Ever. Only tombs. Only tombs, not in pyramids.
is it because back in the Wild West days of archaeology, it was actually archaeology was sort of more like grave robbery?
yeah, I gotcha. It wasn't
Yeah.
archaeology. It was called something else.
Yeah,
Grave robbery. Yeah, I think you're right there.
All right, but you're watching these shows. Okay, so look, I mean, we've got the internet. You know, the news feed is coming up every 2 seconds. So
Yeah.
we know we're watching these shows, and they're not going to reveal the aliens have landed or they found the tombs filled up with more bodies. But now you said it went for an hour and a half.
Yep.
At what stage?
Yeah,
what
that's squeezing
stage
that out.
do you go? I'm bailing. Like,
Oh, I'm fast forwarding.
Well, after about 45 minutes, I was going, the climax better be good because I'm invested now. You
Yeah.
better not have wasted an hour and a half of my time that I'm never going to get back again.
sounds
Yeah,
like
that's fair enough.
Sounds like sex with my wife.
Yeah, she loves that.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if that relates.
Yeah, no, I realize that's good enough. That's
Yeah,
good enough.
yeah.
I love pyramids. Everything about pyramids, I love it. I would sit there happily for an hour and a half for an anticlimactic thing, just to be part of the whole.
In on it.
In on it.
Yep.
Business.
Yep. I share your enthusiasm for pyramids.
Excellent. Yeah, because you studied archaeology.
I sure did.
Oh, that's right.
I love it. I love it.
Do you study archaeology as in, like, not to become an archaeologist, you studied people that previously studied archaeology?
No, I studied archaeology to be fucking Indiana Jones.
Okay.
I was gonna
And then
say.
in the first fucking lecture that I
I
sat
got
in...
the whip came back and hit me right in the face, and I was...
No, first lecture I sat in, first class for archaeology. Whatever misconception... This is the lecture up the top, up on the... at the whatever.
Podium.
Yep. Whatever misconceptions you have about the study of archaeology, it's nothing like Indiana Jones. And there was like a collective...
I bet you it could be if you guys were more interesting.
Yeah, no, in actual fact, it's much, much, much more about digging holes with toothbrushes.
Okay, which is kind of cool.
It's not too bad.
You know, there's not so much demands on you. You know, you can sit there. I'd much prefer that than the
Yeah.
cubic meters that we're moving out. on a
Yeah,
right.
but
daily
you
basis.
pulled up stumps at 32 degrees or whatever today.
Mm.
What are you going to do in Egypt? It's like that every day.
Oh
True
yeah,
that.
you got a good point. Got a good
Yeah.
point there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
I do love pulling a old bottle out of the ground or something. Though.
I've noticed that about
I
you.
love that, man.
Yeah.
I really
There's
do.
like a good pull. So we're approaching your 40th danoz
Yes, we are.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're all on the list, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeebus
Checking it
creepers.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know how I feel about it. Don't know that I'm overly positive about that milestone. It feels officially as in, life has caught up with us and we're now like,
Gonna die.
Older.
well,
Yeah, but you know what? 60? That's in 20 years' time, mate.
I'm not saying that I feel like I'm about to die.
80?
I just feel
Okay.
like it's a milestone that says by this point in time
You should have
your shit's supposed to be well and truly
sorted.
So-
we should be
Sorted.
we should be macking out with Rolls Royces
Well, I
and
feel like
Yeah.
if you actually look around, we kind of are macking out.
I feel
Like,
I feel
I've got a
great.
full-on recording studio that we're doing a podcast in. It's not
Yeah.
too bad.
life is pretty good. I really don't have complaints about my lot in life. I've just come back from a great holiday up in Queensland Way. I've got happy family.
Is it your instigating the party or your partner?
For this weekend, look, it's almost as in no one has instigated it because the decision about whether or not it should be celebrated or not.
It's still happening.
Well, it's a little
Because
voice.
I'm pretty
in the back of
sure
my
I
head.
sent out all the invitations.
Yeah, 'cause
via
you know-
text.
Because Vanessa,
Where would I be
organised-
without
I
you?
don't know.
Because Vanessa
Yeah.
organised my 40th.
Mm.
I organised hers.
Mm.
Tian's organised yours
Well,
in some way or another.
Who's
yeah.
organising mine?
Who is organising yours?
I'm going to Vietnam for my 40th. I'm bailing.
Good call.
I
Good
think
call.
I'm going to come to that.
Yeah, you're all invited.
Yep.
Everybody.
I think
Everybody.
Turnstile Records is on
Says,
there.
I think
We-
that
we-
sounds delightful.
we-
But
could-
you're doing the low key stees, or are you going to do what we did with lasers, projectors,
Smoke machines and me kicking
150
everyone out at the
people.
end.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
every-
Well, I'm pretty sure Timmy Taco's booked out that night. So,
I won't be there, unfortunately.
So, I'll probably draw a line under the lasers and just settle for fucking Jezbot being a fucking CD Nazi.
yeah, true.
Well, let's talk about some protocols with the 40th and how you want it to go.
Okay.
What time do you want everyone out?
Yeah.
Look, I don't. I'm not too concerned at this point. So I don't have the same problem that Timmy Taco faces, where he's quite passive in his approach to
Kicking people out.
kicking people out,
Yeah, I'm
getting
passive. That's-
getting what he really wants.
Yeah.
If I get to the point in the night where I'm either A, too drunk, or B, bored,
Yeah,
I will make it known.
yeah. You
Pretty-
start to become an asshole.
No, I'll just basically say, yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
See, here's the problem about a Timmy Targo party. He whips everyone up into a frenzy with
Yeah.
his beats and rhymes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then expects people to leave in the morning. And
Yeah.
that's
It really was a great
Okay.
party.
It was good.
It was a great party.
So does that mean every other party after that is going to be a little bit laboured? Yeah?
Well,
Potentially.
yeah. Don't have a party until you're 50.
Don't have a
No.
party close to my
I think
parties,
no. I
is
think
what they're
I think
always.
40 is a milestone date. It deserves something. It deserves an acknowledgement. It's not like the 39th where you sort of pretend it didn't happen and just go about your business.
I've been doing that all year, Dan.
Yeah. 40 is different. 40 is, regardless of whether or not you want to sweep it under the rug, you are almost compelled, just by the fact that it has a zero on the end, to acknowledge it in some greater form.
So, are we supplying beers? How far is there catering? Is there what are we to expect?
Am I coming back at 11:30?
Well, I would like to think that we wouldn't have wrapped up stumps by 11:30.
I would
Yeah, okay,
think not.
What time are you starting?
7:30.
Haven't even started yet.
Okay. Yeah, just getting started up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep. So herein lies another quandary. You've got the Fam Bam round early.
He's trying to get new
He's selling it.
catchphrase.
He's selling the catchphrase?
Bam, bam.
You don't like it?
Well, it's all right. But I noticed you doing it.
I've done it twice.
Yeah.
Is that doing it?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, it's now. It's on.
I won't do it again.
No. Let's get a new
bring it on.
saying.
Okay.
Catchphrase. Fam bam.
Okay. Okay.
I love it.
Oh, good. Because I was going to say they'll probably be around early because, this is the first time that I've been able to just dump the kids on mum and dad. So,
Okay.
No kids.
okay.
No
Getting
kids.
rid of the kids.
Yeah, so,
So where's
there
that
hasn't
put me?
there
My
hasn't
wife.
there hasn't been a party at there hasn't been a real party at my house. So
Don't bring your kids.
you can bring your kids, but
Your kids aren't going to be there.
my kids aren't going to be there.
All
they'll
day?
be they'll
They'll
be there.
all day.
They'll be there. Yeah, they'll be there early.
Okay.
But once the sun goes down, the music goes up, the lights are dimmed, the fire gets lit. We're going to,
Yeah, I know how a party goes.
Start it
yeah,
up.
create,
Yeah.
create a different vibe. My only one issue I have is that my music, my ability to make music loud is somewhat limited.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Doesn't need to be that loud, does it?
Nah.
No, it's not a
What, we gonna
rave.
dance?
No. Well, I don't know.
There's no
really,
dancing.
really. I think unless you've got a DJ,
There's no
they're
dancing.
working up a frenzy. There's no dancing.
I'm not.
No, there
I'm
isn't.
not
How do you
dancing
work it?
to
Yeah.
a stereo.
No. See, my parents.
Or
I
a
remember.
TV.
I remember
Yeah.
when my dad had his 40th. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
They had a party out in the back garage, and all of the ladies of the suburb had strung black jelly beans up on fishing line as streamers. So there was literally probably 2,000 black jelly beans as the decorations to the party.
Okay.
He had a live
Wait a
three-piece.
minute. Wait a minute. Does he love black jelly beans?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Okay.
that's-
That answers
yeah,
that then.
right.
How come
Yeah.
all the ladies in the area know that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Mum probably
Knows
had
it as well?
something to do with that.
It's a move.
Yeah,
tell you
It's
what.
his move.
I thought it was a cool move.
It's a signature
Yeah,
move.
it's a pretty good move.
I'll tell you what, Jared, because I know Jared listens to the Escape Pods.
Yeah.
I love a black jelly bean.
Do you?
I'm right there with
I'm
him.
not big on the aniseed
I
flavour.
love it. I
don't
love
know.
it.
No, I'm
What's
there.
that? What's that tall?
Sarsaparilla.
No, the tall drink, the liqueur,
Black Sambuca.
sambuca.
That's
the one. I don't know how I
Yum.
feel about it.
Oh,
You feel sick about
Yeah,
it. 'cause
don't-
yeah, you
don't-
feel
don't-
you feel
I
sick.
feel sick about it. I feel
Feel-
sick about
you, usually Sambuca is soon followed by feeling sick.
Yeah.
If it's not on the night,
Sambuca
it's
is
definitely the next morning.
Sambuca is the sound you make when you throw it up.
Yeah. Because you don't start.
No, I'm more of a tequila.
Oh, yeah.
You don't start the night with a Zambuca shot. It's after you've had 17 drinks.
Several.
And that little shot
I
is
think it's
enough to
probably-
push you over the edge.
I got my
It's
ear.
probably wiser to actually start the night with Black Sambuca shots.
I got
Yeah.
my ear pierced with a thumbtack after a night of drinking sambuca. Does that answer any questions?
Yeah.
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 No, it's gold.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't find any more news.
That's all right.
Oh
That's
well,
fine.
let me hit you up with a question or two. I don't want to make it too disgusting.
Is, this the
please
new,
don't.
is this the new segment?
Would you rather?
Red pill, blue
Red
pill.
pill, blue
Oh,
pill?
sorry. Red pill, blue pill.
Yeah.
Let's start it off with something like G-rated. Would you rather be stupid in a world full of smart people or smart in the world of stupid people?
I'm already smart in a world full of stupid people, so
Well, it's kind
I'll
of
try
like
that one.
that movie, Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. Great movie. Great movie.
I would definitely go there. The latter.
Would you?
Yeah.
You'd rather be smart in a world of stupid people.
To have control over the
But if you're
entire
stupid
world.
in a world of smart people, potentially the smart people could look after you and you wouldn't have to worry about
yeah.
being stupid because
You're stupid and you don't realise.
you don't realise.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
So
what
it's-
we are as well.
whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Stupid. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Here's for one more.
Would you rather have vaginas for ears or an ear for a vagina?
Now let's break
for
it down.
ears or an
Vagina
ear
for
for a
ears. For
Not so loud.
two vaginas. Either side, yeah?
Yeah.
For the ears.
Yeah.
Or just an ear where my vagina was.
Yeah.
I know I'd be scratching my ears a lot.
Yeah. I can't stop thinking about
Trying to
skull
clean out my ear.
fucking.
Yeah, I'd definitely be cleaning out my ears with my fingers.
Yeah.
Definitely. I might go vagina ears.
Okay. And Jezbot?
I think I'd have to agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's right there. You put a pair of earmuffs on. It's
Ear muffs.
I see.
Oh yeah. They brand that.
Okay. Okay. Very good. So, would you rather have sex with a goat, but no one would know, or not have sex with a goat, but everyone think that you did?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Every time anyone you meet.
Oh, you're that guy who had sex with a goat.
Fuck that goat, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I'd have to, for that exact reason, go.
Fuck the goat.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'd
the
probably
goat.
have to fuck the goat.
Take
Okay.
one for the team, which is yourself.
Take
Okay.
one for your own team.
Yeah. Team Jez. And
Yeah.
just do it. Get it over and done with. Try not to
Yeah,
think too much about it, but just know you're doing something good for future Jez. You know, you're not
Yeah,
going
you're
to...
looking at future jazz.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair enough.
you're going to have to live with it. I mean, it's not going to be great. You fucked a goat.
But no one knows.
No
But no one
knows.
knows.
Yeah.
So, you
And is that
you take
set
that-
in stone? No one's ever going to find out.
Well,
Even after Zambucas.
You could have too many sambucas and a sober man's secret becomes a drunk man's speech.
Yeah, that's
Great. There's the title for the show.
I had a note, seamless segue, as I was driving home from today's session, Tim. What do you guys... How do you guys pull up to a red light when you're driving your car?
I take my foot off the accelerator and just roll approach.
Okay, how far, Tim? Are you
I reckon a two-car slow roll.
two-car
So
slow
the
roll?
distance of a two-car slow roll.
I commence my ease as soon as I see a red light.
Now-
And I can get to a red light often without touching the brake pedal. And I'm almost stopped.
Oh, so
He's
you-
doing a
you-
game.
Yeah,
He's doing a game with it.
you
That's
try to break
fine.
that record.
Now, are you the...
No, it's because I've got CVT transmission, which sort of engine brakes for you. You
Way
know,
to- way to
the
brag.
manual, the
Yeah.
manual, the
Yeah, we
manual,
get it.
the
Get
manual,
it, Richie Rich.
the manual transition, transmission. How you can engine brake and slow yourself down.
Sure.
Yeah,
Everyone
so
knows.
it's sort
I've
of
never owned a car that
it's
does
sort of-
anything like you just
a
described.
manual four on the floor. A manual gearbox. You've never driven a manual?
No, actually, I drove a manual. I had to move the car for somebody, and then when I sat in the driver's seat and did the old clutchety clutch, and it must have been about 10 years, 12 years since I've been in one.
It's very satisfying driving a
like-
manual.
yeah, I do.
I really like driving
There
a
is,
manual.
but I do have dreams of not being able to change gears.
It's
And
Freudian.
rolling back down hills.
Nah,
Okay.
like, don't worry
Okay.
about all that.
That's novice world.
I'm not confident.
Now-
I don't think.
It's
That's
just it doesn't even matter if you don't drive a fast car. It still makes you feel a little bit like a race car driver.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm just more worried. I'm more thinking about with the red light, rolling up to the red light. How far from the line are you stopping?
No, I stop at the line.
Oh,
At
stop
the line, on
yeah.
the line? Because
Yeah.
I'm a guy that rolls up where the line is. That's where I'm going. So all the people behind me can do the same. They come up, close to the next bumper and close to the next bumper and close to the... Now you've got these clowns that are stopping a car length before the white line. So
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
The turning signal goes. Everyone, let's go. And you've already missed a car.
Yeah,
You've already
everyone's
taken a
missed
car.
Yeah.
And
I
so the
don't
guy
like
at the
that.
back misses out because you weren't up at the line.
Yeah.
Now,
There
just
are
so
other
you-
things. There are other things that drivers do that offend me more than that.
Oh man, this one got me today.
Okay.
because it was
It must
hot.
have been a fair way back.
It was just really hot, yeah. And I was just like, if one dude had moved up, I would have got around. I would have got
you
that
would have got
lights. I
around.
would have got home 30 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
Which is time is
It's
precious.
a big
Yeah.
difference.
What I can't stand is third car back from the guy who stopped at the white line. Hasn't stopped at the white line. 2 car lengths. 2 car lengths.
Yeah.
Distance.
But what happens if you're stopped? You look down at your phone, which
I'm
you're
going
not allowed to do.
break your phone.
No. You're at a red light. You've stopped. There were cars in front. The other 2 cars have gradually rolled up to the line and have created a gap of, say, 3 to 5 meters. And you're still sitting there
Doing your
oblivious.
Facebook, yeah.
Are you really hurting anyone?
The people behind you.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
they're
it's
late.
insensitive.
They're late.
No.
Very important day.
Because what that gap actually enables you to do, even if it
Accelerate.
was unintended, is accelerate faster, allowing the car behind you to accelerate faster, and therefore making traffic flow better. It's people being bumper to bumper that actually slows down the flow of
I
traffic.
think if you're on the
Okay,
freeway,
I like that.
on the freeway, definitely create the gap, because that does do exactly what you're saying. Like, you don't want, if somebody breaks in front of you, it's snakes. They call it snaking. That's a technical term there.
I like it.
But it does slow down the traffic, and then because when you get to a certain point, you go, "There's nothing here." Like, what were we waiting for?
It's a phantom traffic jam.
It
No,
is.
it was a real traffic jam half an hour before, and it's taken that long to self-correct.
And then it just goes bumper to bumper
Yeah.
to bumper, and then
And you have lane-changing assholes to blame for that.
it's the lane change.
So that's obviously your thing that you hate more.
Yeah. I'm pretty.
You're straight and narrow.
No, I just want to point out to these clowns that just we're travelling at 10 or 15 down the Monash, and they insist on changing lanes every 2 seconds because it looks like one lane's going faster, and I'm constantly catching up to
and
them,
overtaking.
passing them constantly, and it's like, fuck knuckle, pick a number plate, watch that number plate, and see how
And
often.
prove to yourself that it's not working.
Yeah.
By the way, haven't heard fuck knuckle in 15 years. I love it.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you for
Cool.
bringing that back.
Okay, my
Well,
pleasure.
I'd like to say, look, let's put our phones down. Let's, while we're driving,
be safe on the road.
let's slow it down
Let's
a little bit.
maintain safe distance between cars, especially when parked at red lights.
So this Google Glass that comes out, are we allowed to look at it if it's hands-free and you're not doing anything? Like, what's going to happen now?
So the self-driving cars are happening, and then
Augmented-
are we allowed
augmented
to?
phone calls?
Are we allowed to watch a Netflix special while
No,
we're driving
no.
driving to the city?
No.
Is that what you're asking?
No. I'm saying, like, it's got navigational things in it. You get a text. You can reply to Siri via this thing, but you never touch anything, but you can see it
Yeah.
right in front of you.
Through your goggles.
Through your Google
Yeah.
Glass.
It's
for example.
interesting. It's
By the
interesting.
time we get to the first generation of driverless car, the 10th generation of Google Glass is going to be a contact lens or something of that nature.
Something.
Are we not at first generation now?
Driverless cars.
Would you
Not
say we're
really.
at the?
Oh no! I think
No.
we're at the.
Yeah, we have
We are.
semi-autonomous,
Yeah.
but they still need some kind of human
touch,
Yeah.
a fail-safe.
There's a couple of instances
Someone
where you
sitting
need
there
to
with a foot
override.
ready to press the brake pedal. Yeah, but
Oh,
we'll get there.
And speaking
We will get
about pressing the brake pedal, seamless segue.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
So press the brake pedal on the escape pod.
On the escape pod.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
Well,
Why not?
it's-
We did it. That's
about an
3
episode.
this week. I think we did.
You were talking Festivus just before we do wrap up. We're approaching about 14 days until Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Yes, which we're doing for
countdown.
work breakup. Which would be good.
Camo's going to take us to see the movies.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. that will be great.
Yeah.
It's good.
I can't wait.
Take the Black Sambuca with you.
Yeah,
We'll do a
probably
really
should.
must go.
Why not?
That's what we need to do. We need to
That
do it
might
before
irritate
after.
the people in the cinema.
No, oh yeah. You don't do it during. You do it before and after.
And then Disney will definitely sue us if we play any kind of
that's right.
Star Wars clips on our show.
Yeah,
Because I'm sure they're listening.
They always are. They always are. Well, I'm Timmy Taco.
I am Jeremy Trappett.
And I'm not Don Burke.
Exactly.
Ha ha ha.
45 seconds.
Goodbye.
The escape pod. The escape pod.
What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape pod, it's really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should go down. Goodbye.